Welcome to the video. Today we are going to be ranking fat loss supplements along with some other things. Basically, we're going to be ranking, well, I'm going to be ranking these in terms of whether they're going to be essential to help you lose weight or if I wouldn't even bother with them. So let's get right to it. Number one, we got coffee. Now, I think this one is very dependent on personal preference. Black coffee, along with other types of coffee, is a pretty good appetite suppressant. So what that means is if you're hungry in the morning and you're doing intermittent fasting, which is basically where you don't eat for a certain period throughout the day, you can actually drink coffee and you're not going to feel that hunger effect as bad. So it's pretty good. Like it's a pretty good thing. If you make it with water, you make it black, it's not going to have any calories really at all in it. Um, but the one downside, I suppose, is that crash. Obviously, when you drink coffee, you have the caffeine in the coffee, and it's going to make you feel energized. You're not going to feel tired at all. But when that coffee runs out, whoop, it's going to go straight down. So you're not going to feel as good, which could make you less lazy. Um, However, on top of that, if you actually drink coffee, your body will subconsciously also burn more calories because you're subconsciously moving more, whether that be with your hands, like you're fidgeting around a bit, you're pacing more. So I think coffee is it's definitely a beneficial thing to have. So I'm going to put it in to good to have because I don't think it's like that essential. Um, I drink coffee every so often. Um, but it's not something that's part of like my daily wake up just because I don't really like that crash. So I put it in good to have. All right. So next up we got BCAAs. And for those of you that don't know, BCAAs are amino acids which basically help your body to build muscle. They're essential for muscle protein synthesis to happen. So without these, you're going to find it very difficult to build muscle. So you're thinking, oh, how the hell do I get these? If you're eating enough meat, um, dairy, and eggs, sort of things like that, mainly like enough meat, you're going to find these BCAAs in that food. So as long as you're eating sort of that, you should have enough of them. Some people supplement them just to, I don't know, maximize gains. In terms of fat loss, um, they don't really do anything other than obviously the more muscle you have, the higher your metabolism is, the higher your maintenance calories is. So you could be eating the same amount of calories with less muscle mass, but you're actually going to be burning more fat because you have more muscle. Your maintenance is higher, so you're in a higher calorie deficit, bigger calorie deficit. So for that, I suppose it is kind of beneficial, but in terms of fat loss, you could literally eat zero calories and lose more fat than someone who has more muscle mass um, but is eating more calories. So I don't think they're necessarily irrelevant when it comes to fat loss. That's what I'm actually focusing on with this ranking in mind. But if you don't want to look like complete dog shit when you're finally lean, you're going to want some muscle mass coming through, and this is going to help you do that. So I'm going to put it in sort of the middle range right here. I think that's a pretty fair ranking. Caffeine. I mean that's. I'm going to move my thing here so I can look at the camera. Caffeine. I mean it's pretty much the same as coffee, right? Like you're not drinking coffee for the taste for the most part. So we'll put it here. Good to have, I think. You know, it's pretty good. Pretty good to have. Belly fat burner bar. So 90% of these are going to be complete bullshit. I actually used to pin, no steroids now. I used to pin L-carnitine, which is something your body already produces. It basically helps your body burn fat more efficiently. It helps your body carry the fat. I think it's into the it helps your mitochondria or some shit. It helps your body burn fat. Basically, I tried it. I got really bad post-injection pain in my muscles. I couldn't walk for like a day, and I didn't really notice any more fat loss, to be honest. So kind of irrelevant. 90% of these belly, well, I'd say like 99% of these belly fat burner, fucking slim fast supplements, they're going to do nothing. They're going to have some bullshit in them. Maybe you'll see a sub like 1% increase. They're not going to hurt, but I would honestly just say save your money. Um, Calorie deficit is going to be the thing that actually loses you fat. This is maybe going to help your body burn 1 extra gram of fat every month. Don't waste your money. Don't waste your money. Buy my coaching instead of this bullshit. Creatine, very good supplement, right? An essential supplement to have, I would say. What creatine does, it has a wide variety of benefits. It's going to help retain water in your muscles so they appear fuller and they look better. It's going to help with your muscle endurance in the gym. You're maybe going to get an extra rep, whereas without taking creatine, you wouldn't. Uh, there's a few studies, I don't know how beneficial or how true this really is. It can apparently help with cognitive function, so it can help clear up your brain fog. I've sort of felt that benefit when I'm taking creatine along with my other stack. I do feel better, whether that just be a placebo or whether that be because the rest of my lifestyle is usually dialed in. But I would buy some for sure. Take that shit every day. I take 10 grams a day. But in terms of fat loss, is it going to do a lot? I guess it could be similar sort of thing with the BCAAs that are like it's going to help you build more muscle, right? So I'd put it here. I'd put it middle. It's definitely not bad. It's like if this was like a muscle ranking or like a supplements tier list, I would put it at the top for sure. Um, have that. But since this is more focusing on actual fat loss, I wouldn't really bother. Um, yeah. Next up, alcohol. All right, alcohol. Um, Not really too much to say about alcohol, really. I would steer clear from it. Like it's not going to make you feel good. So you're most likely going to eat shit the next day because you're going to be hungover. I'll list all the negatives first, and then I'll go into the very few positives. So it's going to make you feel shit the next day. You're probably going to have a very unproductive day because you feel bad. Um, on top of that, your testosterone is going to fucking plummet. So you're not going to feel productive. You're going to feel like dog shit. Um, what else? Well, alcohol itself is high calorie, depending on what you're drinking. If you're drinking beer, you're cooked, so it's going to be high calorie, no nutritional benefit, um, and I guess it's addictive. So you're going to want to drink more and more. So it could actually make you gain a lot of weight if you're drinking alcohol on a regular basis. So I would not recommend doing that because it might literally make you gain weight, which is obviously not what you want to do. Um, what else? Well, I mean, it's just terrible for your health in general. So it's going to make you gain weight, terrible for your health, destroys your testosterone. What are the positives? Well, alcohol is actually a vasodilator. So what that does is it opens up your veins a bit more so your body can flow blood more efficiently. So you're going to be maybe feel a better pump. You're going to be able to exert maybe a bit more strength because you can push harder, right? Because there's more blood going to your muscles. On top of that, alcohol is going to dry you out quite a bit. So you're going to appear maybe a bit leaner if you're just drinking like spirits, which are low calorie. So I guess that's a benefit. But you would rather just be lean, like actually being lean, rather than be dried out because you're fucking depleted of all nutrients and just, feeling like shit. So I'm gonna go with waste of space. Fucking just don't drink. If you want to take your health or anything seriously, do not drink on a regular basis. If you want to drink, drink every so often, I guess. Um, but for the most part, steer clear, right? Now, what the fuck is this? Your brain? Um, I'd probably go with essential, right? Like if you didn't have a brain, one, you'd be dead. But I think this is what it's trying to get at is training your brain. I think this is a massive one, right? Because if your brain wasn't telling you to eat shit, you would not be eating shit, right? So it's probably your number one enemy when it comes to fat loss. If you get thrown off course with your diet because of some sort of emotional event that led to emotional eating, it's going to be your brain. If you were eating based off what your body wanted, you'd be eating when you're hungry. You'd be eating essential food. your brain craves food that you know you shouldn't really be eating. Um, so learning how to control your brain to do what is best for your body and what you truly want is key. And I'll have a video coming out on that soon, how to actually train your brain, because I'm sure everyone knows how to lose fat. You just can't do it because there's other things that stem out of your brain that stop you from doing that. So full video on that soon, but just for now, I'm going to put that in order now. I don't know how you're going to order a brain without sending me a message on Instagram and checking out my subscribing link because I can help you. I can help you train your brain, basically. So brain, I'm going to put that as very important. Very important. Number one important. Bread. Um, I'm not sure about bread, right? Like it's not got a lot of nutrients in it. I guess it's kind of a good carb, so you could have energy. But bread, for the most part, is going to be pretty high calorie. I wouldn't really be eating. I don't eat bread like in my diet. I'll maybe have a bit of toast, rarely, if I'm just feeling like eating toast. Um, but it's not nutritious. It's high calorie. So for losing weight, I'd put air. Like if you like bread and you want to eat bread and that's going to help you like lose weight, I'd say eat bread, right? But for the most part, I wouldn't really be eating bread. So we're going to go with air. It's okay. Eggs. Now, this is something you should be eating. This is something I would highly recommend to be eating. It's got every micronutrient apart from vitamin C, so it's going to be amazing for your health. Around 8 grams of protein per egg, about 80 calories, I'd say, per egg. So an amazing low calorie, high protein food. You can cook it in a variety of ways, so it doesn't get boring. Um, Great for your health. Tastes nice, tastes very nice. I love eating eggs. I eat about 6 eggs a day, 6 to 8 eggs a day, every single day. Fairly cheap, I would say. You can buy a lot of eggs, they're pretty cheap. Um, yeah, essential, I would say. I'd say have eggs in your diet. Great, like it's just great. Yeah, order now for sure. Cardio, you know, this kind of tough one. It's kind of a tough one because I ate, well, fuck am I talking about eating? I didn't do cardio for like the first maybe 10 months of my cut. So I probably lost about 20 to 25 kg with no dedicated cardio other than walking, I would say, other than walking. Um, so, but now, whereas now, like now that I'm leaner, like I do cardio because I don't want to be eating literally 0 calories. So for fat loss, like it's not needed, right? Like your diet is going to do all the work for you. You can just eat in a calorie deficit and you won't need to do any cardio. The only cardio I would say is essential is 10K steps because that's just going to give you that bonus bit and it's not like hard to do. Like you can just go out and do that. It takes like under 2 hours and it's not challenging. You're just walking around. Like that's essential. If you follow my Instagram, you know that I preach that every day. I would say 10K steps is goaded. Dedicated cardio, I do incline treadmill now. I just still don't run because I just don't like it. If you like doing cardio, for sure do it. Is it needed for fat loss? Not really. Is it going to help? Absolutely, it's going to help. But in terms of health, doing cardio, even like 30 minutes of cardio a day, it's going to like extend your lifespan and your actual health by quite a lot. So I would go with um, like if we're talking about running and like running on the treadmill, I'd probably put it in good to have. But if we're talking about walking, and I'm going to class walking into this, I'd put this in essential. Just because like those 10K steps, they're going to keep your mind active. Like you don't want to be sedentary or else you're going to be eating a stupid low amount of calories. So I'd put that in order now. Best day to have, right? Porn. Um, well, not much to say. Just bro, just don't watch porn. Just don't watch porn. What benefit does porn have? I'm gonna make another video on the negatives of porn, so maybe it'll open some of your gooner eyes, bro, to realize that you should not be watching porn. It's gonna fry your brain. Nothing productive comes out of porn. So waste of space. Vitamin D3. So for those of you that do not know, D3 is a vitamin, and what it does is it helps your bones. It helps with your bone health. I think it helps with your immune system and maybe muscle function as well. For fat loss, like it's gonna be good, right? It's gonna be good for helping you build more muscle, your bones. Like for health, it's gonna be good. For fat loss, I don't believe it really does anything. But if your mind is clear, it's gonna help you lose fat better. If you're healthy, you're gonna be able to lose fat better. So we're just gonna go with middle. So I think I'm just gonna put most of the supplements in here for sure. Um, so yeah. Next up, Diet Coke, Diet Coke, Diet Pepsi. This is for me an essential to have, right? It's 0 calories. It's like a free, like sweet sort of thing, free drink. You just chug that all day, like you're still. I struggle a lot with like binge eating, right? Like I just want to eat all the time. So having something which I can drink that's literally 0 calories is kind of essential for me. Um, there are some, questionable things in there, some questionable, artificial flavorings in there, but outweighs. I'm pretty sure I've drunk over like 1,000 liters of this in the past year. So I'm gonna go with Order Now. I would highly recommend drinking Diet Coke if you're craving something sweet, but you don't want to actually eat any food. Um, what the hell is this? I'm gonna go and enlarge that one. So these are actually a brand of electrolytes, and I would say if you're eating a balanced diet and you're getting enough water and you're getting enough salt and you don't have an electrolyte deficiency for whatever reason, you should be fine without taking electrolytes. I've tried them and I noticed sort of no difference. So unless you are like, and you've been told by a doctor that you are just predisposed to being deficient in electrolytes, I wouldn't really bother. Like maybe they help some people, right? So I'm just gonna go air. What the hell is this? I'm just gonna say it's speed of eating because that's sort of that's helpful, right? If you slow down eating while eating a meal, like you take slower bites, you eat deliberately slower, you put your fork down, you eat with your non-dominant hand, whatever you have to do to make yourself eat slower. This is actually very beneficial, especially if you used to eat a hell of a lot of food, because you're going to get fuller by eating slower. So it's going to be tricking your brain into being more satiating. So I would say this is pretty good tip. I'd try this out, see if you like it. Fruit, W fruit. I would say having fruit in your diet is essential. Wide variety of micronutrients is going to make you feel good. Low calorie for the most part. You can eat a hell of a lot of fruit depending on what type of fruit it is. Tastes great, healthy. Yeah, I would say order now. Definitely eat fruit. Like it's good to have. Energy drinks. Um, yeah, I don't know about energy drinks. I mean, it's kind of like I guess zero sugar, so 0 calorie energy drinks is similar to Coke. But I don't really drink any. I don't really like the energy. Like I like getting my energy from whatever the hell my body, is, however much energy I'm meant to be having. So I'd go with, yeah, it's fine. Well, I suppose for fat loss, like you'll need lower energy. Let's go with nada. Let's go with nada. Glutamine supplements. I'd say once again, this is probably going to go in the middle. Glutamine helps with muscle soreness, so like fixing your muscles so they don't feel like in pain. It's going to help with your immune system. It's going to help you fight off infection. Like, it's great for health, right? And it's great for muscle building, for fat loss, which I guess ties off that because you feel like shit, everything I've said before. But in terms of fat loss, we'll go with mid again. Mass gainer. All right. I mean, this one is fucking self-explanatory. For those of you that don't know, mass gainer is basically like a stupidly high calorie like powder that people make, well, companies make. Usually it's just like pure fucking sugar. So I would go with, you know, waste of space. Even if you're bulking, I wouldn't take the shit. Eat actual food. But for cutting, for fat loss, obviously Do not, just do not take this. What is this? Steak? This is just meat. I think this is just, let's go with meat. I mean, yeah, meat is, I'd eat meat if you're not vegetarian. Meat is going to high protein, like you kind of want to have it in a balanced diet. It's got all those vitamins in it as well. Oh, another thing, that's the thing. If you're eating enough meat, you have enough glutamine in your system anyway. So with a balanced diet, you're going to be getting most of these. You won't need to supplement them. There's a few things that I would supplement, but I'll make another video on that. But meat, once again, like for sure, eat meat. It's actual food, high protein. I eat chicken breast every day, steak. Eat meat. If you like meat, eat meat. Eat hella meat. Does all that meat. Take all that meat. Um, yeah, just start devouring meat, and you'll probably lose quite a lot of fat because the meat's really filling it, fills you up. Yeah, the meat fills you up. So yeah, take meat. I just had to Google this again. It's also a brand of electrolytes, so we'll just go here. I mean, I've never heard of that. So, what is this? I think that's a multivitamin. Yeah, I'd probably take a multivitamin. I mean, I do take multivitamins, but for fat loss, same thing. We'll go here. Yeah, Uh, EAA plus. So this is going to be like a mix of different amino acids. Um, I guess it's good for regulating your body. Same sort of thing. We'll just go here, middle, take them fucking if you want. But I think a healthy diet's probably going to have you covered. Pre-workout, yeah. I mean, I kind of fuck with pre-workout. Like if you get a good one, it's going to get you pumped for the workout. It's going to make gym like hype, right? So you're going to maybe want to go to the gym, get a better session in. But for fat loss, like something that I have experienced firsthand is if you take pre-workout and you smash out a big workout, you're going to be sort of like your energy level is going to be declining throughout the workout. So unless you have some sort of intra workout, you're not really going to want to do that cardio at the end of your workout, which I'd recommend you do. So for fat loss, let's go air. Maybe if you were to take it like before, like an hour cardio session, that could be good. Um, but squatting, is this squatting? I'm just going to say this is just gym, right? This is just gym. Or weightlifting. Let's go with weightlifting. I'd say, yeah, definitely essential. Building more muscle mass is going to raise up your calorie maintenance, and you're going to be able to eat more food. And you're going to also look leaner at a higher body fat percentage because your muscles are going to be poking through. Um, Also, you're going to be burning calories at the gym. Your stress is going to be relieved at the gym, I find. Maybe I mean, your cortisol maybe spike a little bit, but you can just fuck about that. Gym, for sure. I would say go to the gym. Definitely go to the gym. I mean, not much else to say. Hella fucking benefits. Cocaine. Just kidding. Salt. You know, it's okay, right? Like, taste all right. Um, it's gonna help with your energy levels. I wouldn't take too much salt because it's gonna bloat. This is why I'm fucking. Nah, I'm kidding. I'm not bloated. I'm just kind of fat at the moment. It could be a reason why your face is bloating, like the sodium in the salt is going to bloat your face. So I would say, I'd say, it's a fine, it's fine. Um, uh, what the fuck is that? I can't read that, so we're just gonna put it in waste of space. I literally can't read that. Steroids? Um, I would say probably don't take steroids, but I mean, if we're talking like not steroids, but we're talking like GLP-1 like agonists, like fat loss drugs, like weight loss drugs, like Ozempic, like Retta, that's obviously going to help you lose fat and it's going to be easier. But like my opinion on Retta, right, Retatrutide, there's no long-term studies into it. You could be developing a third ball sack in 40 years, who knows? There's something you could do naturally, especially if you're young and you have all the health and all the means to lose weight naturally by yourself. I would say do not bother. It's going to make it a lot easier, but you can train your mind to do it naturally. Um, it's just a bit of an easy cop out, right? Like I would not really bother with any weight loss drugs. Maybe some peptides, I guess you could sort of take. I'm not really educated enough to talk on any of that because it doesn't interest me. I'd rather do everything naturally. I lost 40 kilograms naturally, no weight loss drugs. I've tried L-carnitine, right? Because that's the thing that's naturally produced in your body. I guess you could argue the same with testosterone, but there's no side effects on L-carnitine. There's side effects to take steroids. I wouldn't bother, honestly, unless you're trying to be a fucking bodybuilder or you're trying to get below 10%, below 8% body fat. I would not bother with any of that shit. So I'm gonna go waste of space, especially if you're young. Sleep, yeah, I'm already gonna put this here. Most important, I'm gonna put it at the number one most important. Without sleep, you're not going to be able to stay in a deficit because your mind is just going to be fucked. Your body's not going to operate properly. It's not going to burn fat properly. You're not going to build muscle properly. You need to sleep like enough. Number one most important thing. Do not treat it as like oh whoopsie, I got like 3 hours sleep. It's an essential, like it's a non-negotiable. You need to sleep well every single night, or bro, your health is gone. Your testosterone is fucking zero. Make sure you're sleeping a lot. Make sure you're sleeping a hell of a lot. Standing desk. Uh, like, I see this treadmill with a standing desk separate to this. If you just have a standing desk, like, you're going to be burning slightly more calories, but you're just going to be fatiguing the joints, right? You're not going to want to go and lift. I'd go, I'd go air. I wouldn't bother with a standing desk unless you're pairing it with, I'll do this. Unless you're pairing it with a treadmill, standing desk and treadmill, that's what I need. I'd be on that right now if I had one, but I don't. So I will eventually be getting one when I have, move out. So definitely a very good thing to have for fat loss. It's like you're maximizing productivity while losing fat while walking. So I'd go with good to have, or even Auden. Mm, let's go with good to have because obviously it's not essential. You go walk outside. I would say walking outside is going to be better for your health, for your brain, like your mental health. Um, but walking is better than sitting. Let's go with test boosters. 99% of these is the same with the belly fat burners. They're not really going to do a lot. Um, so I wouldn't bother. You can increase your testosterone a lot more by sleeping well, exercising, and eating a good diet than taking some fucking random plant. Although there are definitely a few supplements that can help, but separate video. What's this? I'm just gonna say this is your girlfriend breaking up with you, or like a heartbreak. This is probably, you know, just some context. I've been with my girlfriend over 4.5 years, coming on 5, and I lost 40 kg in the relationship. Would I have done that if she broke up with me? Maybe. It could have gone either way. I could have locked in, or I could have gained more fucking weight. So we'll go with air. You should be able to be your own man regardless whether you're in a relationship or not. It shouldn't really change. You should be able to do everything that you can outside a relationship, apart from, fuck other people while in a relationship. So for self-improvement, stop blaming other people for your excuses. I've managed to improve myself a lot while in a relationship. With the right girl, it'll actually help you. So, I don't think it fucking matters. Um, 6 o'clock. I don't know what the fuck this is, but I'm just going to say it's intermittent fasting. You know, intermittent fasting is basically where you don't eat till a certain time of the day, or you stop eating. Like you don't eat for a certain period of time. So you could do like 16 hours no eating, 8 hours of eating. So it shortens your eating window. If you're binging, this can definitely help because it can stop you from overeating. I'd say this is good. I'd say this is a good tool to use. I use it. Vapes, or just nicotine. I guess like nicotine can also suppress appetite as much as I don't want to put it in fucking anything below waste of space because I just think it's cringe to vape and obviously not great for your health. I'm gonna go with air because for fat loss like it can help. Water essential. Your body's not gonna function properly without water. You're gonna be bloated if you don't drink enough water because it's not gonna flush out the excess water. It's gonna hold on more. You're gonna look fatter. You're actually probably gonna get fatter because your body is gonna be cooked. make sure you're drinking enough water. I drink 5 liters. You only need to drink like two plus. So, you know, uh, weed, you know, this also, I guess, it can go either way, right? Like some people are really productive. They want to go outside and just walk while being high. Me personally, like, it's one of the reasons why I got fat, right? Because my munchies just go crazy. So for me personally, because I'm the one making this list, I would say waste of space because I can't. I just eat like a fucking monster when I'm high. So I would stay clear. You're not going to be as productive as well, so you might not want to go to the gym. But then for some people, it can be the complete opposite. This one is personal preference. So, I'll put it there because I guess it could go either way, right? It could go either way. But for me, if I want to cut and I want to cut efficiently, it's going to have to be no whey protein, like protein powder. I'd say this is good because it's a low calorie, very bioavailable protein source. I have whey in my breakfast, so I'd say definitely good to have. Is it essential? No. Does it have any micronutrients in it? No. But for fat loss, it can definitely be beneficial. So yeah, because you want to be eating enough protein while losing weight, or you're just going to end up skinny fat. So 2 grams per kilo is probably good. That's what I aim for. Usually, well, ideally above that, but yeah, that's good to have. What is this? Energy drinks again? I've done that. We'll just go fucking. I guess this could be electrolyte drinks. Same thing. What's this? Working on a laptop. Yeah, if you're an office worker, I guess you're going to be a lot less productive if you had, rather than if you had an active job. So it's gonna be hard to lose fat, and you can just be chomping on some shit. Once again, it's just an excuse. It's not gonna help you lose fat, sat on a desk all day. Um, but it's definitely not impossible to lose fat. I work with guys who have an office job and they still get that shit done because they want it and they have a system that works around their job. So yeah, I'll go with air. Snus, oh, once again, something I do not approve of, but we'll go air. Same thing. It's just gonna be nicotine and just gonna be an appetite suppressant. So that's the list. That's the list done. I hope you enjoyed watching this video. Um, if you need any extra help, feel free to reach out to me on Instagram, or if you want to book a meeting with me, we can talk about your fitness goals. If you want to lose any fat, oh, all right. If you want to lose any fat, anything like that, the Calendly link to book a meeting is in my bio. Thank you for watching this video. It actually turned out a bit longer than I thought, but you know, good video. I hope it was helpful, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.